Okay, now we're on our way to Lazarus. We did have a crash, so I stopped so I could get the ship back under control, make sure everything was okay. Yeah, something's not okay. Sure what's going on, but we're not going at full speed. We're not going anywhere close to full speed, so we've got something's wrong. Because we got both engines engaged and we're going at 28. We should be up in the 40s. So let me, then I've got babies on board, so I can't stop to see what it is right now. But we've got something going on. It says our power's maxed and we've got gas, so I don't know what it could be. But we're just kind of putzing along here. I've got it maxed out, but we're not going very quickly here. Of course, we're on a timeline and this happens. But makes it stressful at the other end because we got to get them into the... We don't know what the condition of Lazarus will be when we get there because we've been gone a little while this time too. And if it powers off, then I have to go all the way in there and get the power back on before I can get the babies up the elevator. I'm hoping everything's fine. I think I left the doors open this time instead of shutting them because and then I can just climb up the ladder, go see what's going on, and get it busy. If not, then I have to go up the back way all the way to the top and see what's disconnected. Get it back down. Right now, I'm more worried about about the mines around here. I have not cleared them all out, but most of them. And I'm trying to remember where the front door is. I think it's around to the right. Come to this place from a different angle every time we come. Look out, Bruce. Yeah, we ran over Bruce. Yeah, something's not right with the boat. The boat was down about more than 20% after the Angel hit us. I fixed it, but I'm just wondering if there's something wrong with the engines. I have to go look at, because they're obviously not operating at peak potential here. Just right now, keeping my eyes peeled for those landmines. They don't show up till you're about a half a kilometer out, so it doesn't give you much time to react. Huge building, so I don't remember where the front is. Right now I'm not seeing the porch, so that's what's making me think maybe we have to go around to the side. But it may just not have materialized yet because of the distance. So if you missed the video is going to be in two halves because of the power outage. So we were exploring down in the southern part of the map. We went into one of the unknown, what looked like a seed repository down underwater, and when we went in there, there were 3 baby seed casings laying on the floor. So we quickly grabbed them up, and because they already had the 1-hour timer going, so I quickly grabbed them up and threw them into pods, which I had made previously, thank gosh, and stuck the babies in there. I'm trying to remember where the door is. I think it might be underneath that, what looks like a Stargate on the top. Go around that way. Then we'll have to clear up the mess that the angel made when it attacked us at the seed wall. That's not a mine. No, that's not a mine. There are some mines though. There's 2 mines there. I think I can't tell if those are the... Oh, here we go. This is the front. I'm going to get pretty close because we've got to take the babies across. So we want to be able to get the side right up against there. Even if I hit, that's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and drop anchor. Alright, let's go check and see if the power's on, and we can get them in. Let's go check and make sure the door's open. Yep, door's open, okay. Grab the babies. That was nerve-wracking. Timeline we got. It's paused. Why does it say it's paused? That's interesting. It says the timer is paused. That's interesting. They definitely weren't paused when I put them in there. I think we've got the Bronte sisters here. I believe there are 3 of those. Right, and I'm in the middle of this. Crazy. Getting their green goo all over me. One more sister. Are you in there? Yep, they're in there. Their timer is paused at... No, their timer is not paused. So one of them at least has their timer running 38 minutes, so we got plenty of time. But why are the other 2 paused? Huh. This one's paused. What about this one? Is this one paused? Yeah, paused. Interesting. No idea why they're paused. No idea why they started. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that this one's timer is ticking. Okay, that one at least is safe. All right, let's get these other two on. Up on power. The front door is the one with 4 outlets, 2 on either side. That's how I remember it. Okay, this is Charlotte, Emily, and what is the third Bronte sister's name? I'll have to look it up. Okay, this is an emergency. Couldn't leave them just laying there on the floor, but they're paused, so I don't get it. Why was one's timer running and the other's was not? I'm not sure. But better safe than sorry. We'll get them all into their pods, or their cradles, and then it won't matter. Okay. So we've got 3 human seeds here, and we can work on getting the food ready and the memories ready. Phew. Alright, we made it. They all look okay. Human seed paused. Human seed paused. That one just looked kind of cloudy though. Yeah, let's go back to that first one. It didn't look like these two do. It looked kind of cloudy. Nah, that doesn't look like there's one in there. Oh wait, it's already a human. What? That one for some reason is already shaped like a human. The other 2 are still seeds. Something weird is going on. Oh well. We're not going to worry about it right now. We're going to come back for them later. I gotta go look at the ship. And I'm glad I left the doors open. Oh, boy, that was a panic. Looks like everything is working okay. A lot of dead stuff laying around here. Alright, let's see if anything needs fixing. We went with mainly these guys because they don't tend to require fixing very often. So we're still on board. I bet these guys down here are going to need stuff though. Yep. Still okay. ran the boat right up on the shore. With a better parking job than I've done in a while. Okay, so everybody's okay. We got power. We got a fair amount of power between the 3 different power banks. And just power myself up off that instead of the ship. Because I think something's wrong with the ship. I gotta go down and look at the motors. We were running full out when the power outage occurred, so I don't know if that would have done it, or if maybe when we ran into when the Angel attacked the ship. It caused some damage I wasn't aware of. Ah, yeah. Alright, so it did definitely caused a lot of damage in here. Knocked stuff off the wall. We might as well tear that down. Doesn't have anything in it. I'll have to reattach it to the wall. Turns out when they attack you, they just shoot the shit out of your ship. Yeah, it's not straight. Oh well. For right now, we'll just put all this stuff up in here. That's in that one. It's got gold in it already. Just transfer the stuff out of here. We'll call these transfer ones for now. Just get rid of them. Oh, no. Don't you take my chair. Polyurethane. Got some in there already. Alright, we'll just get rid of these little boxes altogether. Fill off the wall, and they don't hold very much. Alright, so that's the result of the Angel attacking up here. Let's check the ship again. I did fix it once already, so that's... Alright, now. Gotta get our love seat back in the right position. Knocked her chair all over. Actually didn't do too bad back here, but it was firing at me up here. So I better go up and check and see how the solar panels are up on the roof. Because we took some major hits from the Angels. Yeah. Some damage, just a little bit. Not bad at all, actually. Alright, so that's fixed. They they did take a hit. We'll just do a quick run around. Got the babies here safely. Now we're not in that big a hurry. What we do have to do is find out why these aren't working at full speed. Does not appear to be anything. Oh, wait a second. There's only 4. This one's not. Ah, it knocked an engine right out of the ship. Wow, is that the result of the angels? Guess it must be. Not saying it needs to be fixed, but over here the same thing. One of the engines is missing. Where is it? Right down here on the end. Does it belong there? Stuck. Huh? We'll have to take it out. It belongs over here. No? Yeah. Right here. What the heck? Gosh darn, angel? Causing mayhem, babe. Okay, so that engine was in perfect condition, so it should be. I should just be able to remake it. Basic super booster. This is the one. Build 1. Okay, and that explains why our power wasn't up to snuff. We lost engines on both sides. Now we've only got 3 of these, so let's go ahead and oh wow, that one took a hit too. Would you trust that one? Well, it's a full one. Just grimy, but it seems intact. Let's get this thing making. Oh wow. Three more pods. Just make the missing pieces. There. Try to make 3 new ones. Got it? Yep, we got it. Okay. Try to go get it seated. Two, three, 4, 5. Yep. Well, that was weird. They popped off due to the angel, I guess. should have 6 again. 1. That's like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're all there. Okay. Just make sure we have 6 on board at all times. I don't know why I feel like that, but it feels like I should have. There we go. Oops. Alright, now let's get rid of the frames. Make another box for the wall. Now this one, I'm not sure why it fell off, to be honest. But it's awfully close to the machine when it runs. Maybe it got knocked by something. We'll see if this will work. If not, we won't build here again. Let's go grab everything out of here. Tear this one down. Okay, now this has to be... I'll just color code it black. I won't be able to see the writing, but this will be iron because it's facing downward. Oops, caps on. Doesn't matter. But I do want it to be accurate. There we go. Yeah, I got a copper one upside down anyway. So it's not perfect in any stretch of the imagination. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff in here. Yep, that's good to run whenever. And let's put the frames away. Pieces, parts from the ones that we took apart. Alright, so I think that we have fixed the damage that occurred. That slid all the way down there. Not going to worry about it. It looks fine. Alright, so the engines were damaged. We figured that out. We fixed it. We recovered our pods. Alright, we made it to Lazarus. We've got 3 guys waiting to be cooked. All our power up and running. Everything seems okay. Let's just do a quick run of the other equipment. Took a hit from the darn angel hitting us. Yeah, a little bit more damage to repair here and there. I already checked these guys. Yeah, I did. Guys up top are okay. Okay, everybody else seems okay. Oh, well, a little damaged. Don't want to lose our oil. Now, where do we stand right now on our diesel? 1,200 out of 2,000, so we're about 800 low. I think it's time to run the distillery here. So, let's run our wire across. Let's see, which petroleum port were we going in? Taking it in this one, I think. I don't think I've got any cables on me. Nope. So let's go get some out of a box up here. There we go. You know what I don't have? I was looking at my skills, and when I sent the guys to space, I got seeds as a result. And I've seen other people growing trees in growing pods, in growing trays, but the growing tray has never showed up on my list of skills. So, is it oh, maybe it's a tool. Nope. Am I just looking past it? It's some kind of a growing, like, tray. It's like a rectangle. I sure don't see it. So now I've got seeds, and I'd like to grow a tree, but I don't have any way to put the seed into a tray because the tray didn't show up on my list. Stabilized barrel. And some other people also had a multi-directional outlet that was that combined like gas and electric, and I'm not sure, but 3 different things on the same thing. I've seen them have that on their skill set, and that has not come up as an option for me. So I'm not really sure why that would be. Is it differential? I got the donk lift and the thingy. I didn't pay attention to which rank it showed up in for people, but it was recognizably like a rectangular looking thing with a schnoz on the end where you hook water up for keeping your plant alive, and it has not showed up. I haven't used this before. Generates electricity from petrol. Because I haven't needed electricity. I've been keeping right up with it. But I sure don't see it anywhere on this list. Maybe I have to complete another quest that I haven't done yet before it shows up. A lot of people are having trouble with the trees anyway, so... But I did get... And also I saw that people got 5 tree seeds when they went and delivered their humans into space in the pod for the reward. And I did not get 5, I got 3. So I'm just wondering if I screwed something up, or... Oh, I can come over to this port. This is closer. Okay, that is going to the diesel tank, the oil tanks. This is going to the petrol tank, and this is going to the diesel. So let's go over here for the diesel. Should I just not pick up enough of those? Oh, I've got plenty. What the heck's going on here? Maybe spot on something. Okay, now the petrol. That will take up to the front. Somebody told me you can pump both through the same thing. And I've never tried it, so... Right, here goes. The reason that came up, the tray for the plant, was because I wanted to put one underneath this spout where the plastic falls out. I don't know why it makes that noise. Oh, yeah, see, plastic falls out of the machine. It's a byproduct of making the hydrocarbons. Now, I think petrol is pretty full. Yeah, there we go. Petrol is pretty full. So we'll just keep it connected to keep it from spewing out on the deck. But Either that or I can make another petrol tank. That's a possibility. Where would I put it? I suppose I could put it right under here. Now we built them all to stay low, but I don't want to interfere with the anchor or the keel or the rudder or the ladder. Let's see, where can I put that? Put it on there? I can. Well, let me put it there a second ago. Put it up under there as far as we can. Go. Slightly wonky. Gosh darn, I hate it when that's not straight like that, but it's not flowing though. Why is it not flowing? That's just equalizing across my own tanks. Seem to be working for some reason. Okay, neither of them are now. Oh, there we go. I think it's alerting that it's low on power or something. Or maybe it does that every time it forks over a plastic. Let's see what we're doing here. 1336. Okay, so it's pumping away. And how are we doing on oil? We got plenty of oil left. Over 1,000 liters. I wonder what the ratio is of liter of oil to a liter of diesel. And we're also getting petrol out of the deal. This is already almost full. About 500 liters low. But why isn't this flowing? Going there, and it's equalizing there. But it's not going here. This one, are these guys out of the loop? They might be out of the loop. Yeah, they're out of the loop. So we got 500 liters each, about. pumping away. Alright, while we're here, we might as well. Yep, we'll just quietly let it now let's go back here. We need to make more food, I think. Do we have more food? We have some food. Not much. But I believe we have quite a lot more up top. So let's go take this food up top and see what we need up there. Since we've got more humans to prep. Oh, and let's take our... our memories. Very heavy now. See all that food that's stuck under there? I'll never get that out of there. Excuse me. Okay, we'll just let that continue to generate. I think it does like 1 in 10, or 1 in, between 1 in 10 and 1 in 20. The amount of petrol it creates for every amount of diesel it creates. Sorry for coughing in your ear, guys. Get a drink here while this is going on. Go. Alright, let's get all this stuff back to the interesting that all the power is going to the pods now, keeping those going. So we're going to have to do some thinking about our memories. We've got 3 humans to get started, so we'll have to... We've got a whole ton of memories here. That one's nearly full. And this one is nearly empty. Be some overlap. I don't know if those are considered memories. Nah, they're not really memories. But we can store them here. I'm not gonna hurt anything. Teddy bear. Gosh, we almost have 2 whole boxes of memories. That's good. How much food have we got? Now the food is over here. it still making something? Oh, it is. It stopped while I was away. Okay. I think that's the same kind as that. So let's take those out. Put that in. Nope, that's different. Yeah, we do have quite a bit of food stored up here, actually. So we could just get these guys ready and send them off to space, but I'm not prepared to think about that today. Still making food. Got all the pieces parts here. Brought that all up from the ship. We do have more I could bring up. How much space have we got? We have quite a lot of supplies already still, so this is actually pumping the water, which is great. That's working as designed. And how are we doing here? Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff in the queue. So if it's going to continue to work on that while we're here, I'm not going to worry too much about water going to all the pods to maintain them. And we've got water going to the food maker. Are we maintaining? We are. Okay. Make sure everything's working right. Our water pumps seem to be working well because the water's coming right up from below. Power's going down, water's coming up. That's good. Power going everywhere, we got water going everywhere. This line only powers the left two pods. This one powers the right two pods and the food maker. And also the one down at the end. They both have about the same amount of batteries involved, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, looks good. I think I'll go down to the ship real quick while it's making petrol and diesel, and I think what I'll do is I'll grab any food that we've got made, or food cubes. We've got a fair number of food cubes. Constantly requiring repair. But they do provide at night. When you see all the lines to the solar ones are dead, and only the wind ones are generating. How goes it with the old diesel? 1,689, not too shabby. 400 more each tank. How's that oil looking? Yeah, we're gonna run out of oil. I think we might run out of oil before we fill up all our diesel tanks. We've got 6 oil tanks. Yeah, 6. And we've got 13 diesel tanks. So it wouldn't surprise me, whatever ratio it's making. It's not making petrol Why is that one full and not equalizing with the rest of them? Huh. That's a mystery. I don't know. But the other ones are still about 500 liters down per. Seem to be staying about the same. Just transferring petrol back and forth. It's not coming down from there. So why not? Likes it when it's forced to go around corners, or I can drag through other things. So let's go ahead and change how this is working. Still not working. Overlapping with other ones. Not going in the right direction. These are just going around and around in a continuous loop, equalizing with each other. They're not actually taking in any new. So why would that be? This one's full. So this one filled up. Huh. You got me. Let's make another one and see if it pulls. To experiment. know why that would make a difference, but as long as it's full, I don't care. Might as well see if we can make a third one. Away. Yeah, because that one's almost full now too. So it's making a lot of petrol actually. Now here's the strange thing. This one had 1,500 in it before. So why is it going down? It shouldn't be going down. Well, I just added another tank, so maybe that's partially it. Huh. I wonder if these are damaged. Maybe that's why. Just slightly. These things are popping up all over the place. Snatch them up. Try not to be eaten by a shark. I haven't saved in a while. I better get my butt back up on the shore. I wonder if this is accurate enough that if you had an oil spill, that you would see it in the water. Alright, let's get up out of here. I was gonna see if there was any floating around in here, but I don't see any. Any rough seas here. Like we were going to bring the... Oh, wow. The ship she's a-rocking. Still spewing. She hasn't made much plastic for as much work as it's done. I wonder if it's, falling off overboard. We got plenty of plastic, so it's not the end of the world, but okay. Check out these tanks too. Those are the ones I pulled up from over the side. Kind of glad they're not over the side right now because of the way this ship is bouncing. 24, not bad. Consider we're working it pretty hard right now. Okay. Oops. Let's store. We were talking about the fact that we hadn't saved in a little bit. Okay. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that the, knock on wood, I hate to say stuff like that because then the next thing you know, all hell breaks loose. But right now, all the pieces parts seem to be working. To run that right now. Okay. So the food that I'm talking about is right here. Let's take another 100 of each type. Calcium, omega-3s. Carbohydrate. This ones we're lower on. This comes from the red food that you get off the sharks and the angels. The bluish one, the black one, and this blue one all come from the shark. That's why there's less of it. And that makes the higher end foods. Fat is important. If you don't have enough fat, they don't get like a decent size. If you have too much fat, they get like a bowling ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 types of food. So there we have it. Okay, we've got plenty. I was really worried about running short on foodstuffs because of not being able to, after they took away the ability to run it through the recycler. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to produce enough, but it turns out, now where did that come from? A random missing cable somewhere. Something isn't plugged in that should be. I bet it's one of the solar panels on the roof. I'll go up and check as soon as I get rid of all this heavy shit. A lot going on here. We've produced a lot of power. We didn't want any of the situations that some people were saying about where if you didn't have adequate power, the cradles would shut off in the middle of creating a human. And that would be very sad. Then the human would die if your water supply or your power supply cuts off during either of those, during the process of making them humans or storing them in the cradles. They die. I didn't want that to happen, so I kind of went a little bit haywire because I couldn't figure out how much it was going to take and to also run the recycler up here and the you know, we really probably don't need a recycler up here anymore because we're not bringing any things to grind up. The whole place has been looted to the nth degree. So we could probably take the recycler down. Running but slowly. That's kind of the pace it makes things at. there. All three of these are pretty full. I think we might need another box. Wonder if I have the stuff on me to make it. Probably not. Probably don't have a lot of resources handy. Not over here anyway. Let's add the missing ones to the queue. And then we'll just run over toward the area where we've stored the supplies. Which is over here. Yeah, it's starting to make them now. See, I'm not sure we need this anymore. But we'll just keep it for now. We've got power bank to run it. We've got this thing over here too. Yeah, we got plenty of supplies up here. Why are we waiting for an alloy frame? What does that require? Plastic. Really? We got a lot of plastic downstairs. Okay. I will bring up a boatload of plastic. And I split these lines so that, you know, we would always, I crossed them up here. So there's feedback between the two right there. But this bank of batteries on this side operates the right-hand side of the cradles, and the side over there operates the left side. So I figured if we ever lost power, we would not lose power to both sides at the same time. So I could keep at least half of them alive. Okay, what did we come after? Plastic. Functioning. Full. Alright, so as long as we're here, this runs. I think it shuts itself off when we leave. I don't know how far away we have to get before it... Okay, it's making before, the hyper evolution. Yeah, I pretty much loaded up the menu just to have it run almost constantly. Alright, well, we'll think about it and decide if we want to try to launch more humans real soon, anytime soon. We've got our 4 humans in here. Huh, what's all that stuff from? What was that from? When did I have to dump all that stuff? I don't know. I don't remember that. Oh, it was because I was trying to climb up the... I was trying to make boxes and climb up to there. And, we couldn't make it work. I couldn't make it work. Got partway up and called off the effort. Yeah, trying to make boxes to go up the wall and then jump across to there. And get around the corner and over to that thing. We didn't make any more progress on that front, so... Oh, that reminds me. We've got some solar panels up here. I'm going to check on them. Make sure they're all functioning. Right now, it's nighttime, so their batteries are getting low. Empty, actually. That's not good. We can drain dry. So that won't work. We need to put these back into the process. Okay, let's go down. We get closer to our supplies and we can make enough stuff to do these 3. We'll bring those up and get them plugged in. Put those battery banks back on. Eventually they'll fail and we'll have to take them down, but they'll help us in the interim. There we go. I just need a few of these so I can make connections. Now these batteries are full. So they're all supposed to be equalizing, so why aren't they? Huh. Why are the ones upstairs being pulled empty? The whole network should equalize. thinking about that. There's 7 batteries over here. They're all full. Okay. I think I need one more ally frame and then I can run up and get those guys built. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they're on equalize. So why are they not... Why isn't power flowing to them when they're low? Mm-hmm. You got me. Thought I understood all this stuff, and then every so often you just get thrown a monkey wrench. I thought I made enough for everybody. Ah, connector ports. Why are these not equalizing? Yeah, that should be a direct flow. These should be equalized though. Okay, so they're starting to pull. But this is equalizing with downstairs and it's sending all the power downstairs when these batteries are not equalizing up here. So what the heck? There we go. Now we're building up our power again up here. Now power is flowing up from below to equalize these batteries back up into full force. Okay. Now what do we need here? Connector port. One connector port. I must have walked away before I had time to finish. Okay. Now that seems to have solved that problem. Well, it's never a dull moment. These are supplies, but not... I think I have enough now. I think it only needed one. Can get out of range here shortly. Okay, That should be good. Get all 3 of these up and running. Things are back to normal that quickly. I got the power of all those batteries downstairs helping out. Now we're back up. Honestly, not sure why that happened, but it just takes one wrong setting. They're supposed to auto set themselves, you know, so that they're equalizing until they start pulling power with a need down below. So for some reason, the need down here was pulling all the power, and now everything's back to equal. Alright, I feel better about that then. Worry about my babies. Alright, let's get this stuff put away. Oh, I just let this thing continue to make food. Wrong one. I gotta go down and check on the diesel, or the distillation thingy. This side isn't producing anything because it's in shade. Whereas this side is producing because it's in daylight. Well, wind. Which reminds me. Just gotta keep constantly repairing things while you're here. I don't think they degrade at the same level when they're gone. I don't think they function. I think they shut down. I'm not absolutely sure on that one, but I don't think that you have the same, like, power issues while you're gone. Because all those battery banks were full, so looks to me like this thing is done. That either means all the oil tanks are empty or all the diesel tanks are full. All the oil tanks are empty. Okay, so we do need to go back to the north and refill our oil tanks. That does mean we can take these off. Oops, nope. Means we can shut this machine down. It's still pumping a little bit out. Okay, now we can. Now, it seemed to me, and this may be just my impression, but it definitely seemed like it produced a lot more petrol this time around than the last time we ran this machine. Because I was thinking, wow, we're not producing much petrol. Maybe the issue isn't that it wasn't producing it. Maybe the issue was that I didn't have it set up right. Always possible. Because it really seems to care about kinks in the lines and overlapping lines. So I think we'll have to straighten it out a little bit. Make sure we're not crossing up hoses too much. But look how much petrol we now have. We've got 3 extra tanks plus 4 over here. Now these are just constantly looping around in circles. Yeah, it's so strange. They have 1,200 each, whereas these ones have 2,000 each. Pretty sure. Nope, 1,300. I'm wrong. So they're not full. But they're as full as they're going to get because we ran out of oil. But why are these constantly just going around and around in circles? That doesn't make sense to me. They should be equal. Unless one of them's leaking. Which is my concern. None of them seem to be leaking. None of them are damaged anyway, put it that way. Alright, now, how much fuel have we got in our diesel tanks? Oh, they are completely full. 2,000 liters across the board. Yep, they are all full. Sweet. So we have 13 times 2,000. That worked out pretty darn well, I have to say. So now we have to go back to the oil refinery up north and pick up some more oil when we get a chance. Right now we're just trying to decide what we want to do. I didn't particularly want to send more babies to space, and honestly, since the Exodus is having the problem with being able to get into the launch pad, the launch room, we can't send them to space. Till I get that resolved and figure out what's going on there. So we might as well adventure around a bit. They're not going to go bad here. We drove a long way out of our way to come up here, but let's see what's around here on the map. We can plan our next day's trip. We got sidetracked by the babies. Yeah, we're definitely having this room being got hit by the, looking a little discombobulated by the angels attack. Alright, so now we've got that turned off and shut down, unplugged. There was no more plastic on the ground, so we took everything that it created. Doesn't make much plastic, but it does make a little bit, so. Alright. So now all of our power production should be bringing our batteries back on to full. They're a little low, 5.7, not bad. They should all be equal. See, but they're not. This is what drives me crazy. These ones are at 6, the other ones are at 5.7, but they're all supposed to be equalizing with each other and with the ship. So why would the ship be at a different rate than the battery banks? Because all the batteries should be, like when this thing was working, it should have been pulling from everything equally. I do not understand. Ugh. It'll melt your brain if you let it. Yeah, we just did that a little while ago. Alright, let's go up and see where we want to go. A bunch of stuff floating in the water. You ask yourself, where did all that stuff come from? I haven't lost stuff overboard. I think this might still be junk that I threw off the last listener. It's all floated off into the ocean. Oh, there's a shark. Alright, let's grab this and run. Where is he? What's this? What on earth? Oh, you suppose I lost an angel from the last listener. I bet this is all the stuff from the last listener. The stuff I threw down the middle. It's floated all this way. 10 to 1. Oh, I think that shark is coming up behind me. Oh, yikes. Run. Swim faster. There was a shark out there. I know there was. Oh, scary. All right, so that was I bet that was the angel, the missing angel from. I was convinced that they had floated off downstream. And I think I was right. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and run this now. Well, let me just peek again, make sure there's no money in there. Alright, so get some pieces parts we can put away. A few extras here and there. We don't need to make diesel. But we do have the capacity to make these guys into petrol, and we do have a little bit of a shortage of petrol. We'll go ahead and put those in there. We'll generate some petrol, put that back into there. We don't have much room, but we have some. Keep coming up with more of these water tubes. I don't know where I'm picking them up. Put those on. There we go. Alright, so let's go again. Like I've been trying to get up there to look at where we want to go next. I keep coming up with more things to do. I want to see how far we are from last listener. See, that stuff fell in the water here. That I really do think that the tides must be going this way. That's not unthinkable that in a time frame that since we dumped things into last listener, we went and dumped stuff through that central thing, and then one of the 5 angels I couldn't find. So I assumed it had fallen in the water, but I couldn't find it. It had drifted off downstream, so this must be the direction. Interesting that it only tracks the last so far of your path. Because we were down here when we discovered that the babies had popped out of the seed reserve. 20 or 29? 20. That's where we found the babies had popped out of there. Thanks. And then we made a beeline for Lazarus. Oil for places way up here. But we have a number of places we haven't been that have showed up on the map. Now we've been here. There's another seed vault there. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to go down and look at those places now because I'm afraid I'm gonna shake loose the babies. So what kind of thing is real close to Lazarus? Seed vault. Unknown out here, but that looks just like a seed vault, so. Oh, you know what we do have to do though? We're supposed to go to the habitats to do the mother thing. So this is one of the ones that I need to go to right here. So let's go ahead and clear all and just click on there. I wish you could calculate how far that was from where you are currently. Oh, is that travel distance from the boat to there? Yeah, no, I wish you could do that, like calculate how far that is to be sure you have the fuel to get there. We do have a fuel depot here, and we just loaded up the engine, so we've got plenty of fuel for a little while. I think that's where we go next. We go and complete that. We gotta go there, and then we gotta go over to O223. Yeah, so go do that, and then there, and then we're supposed to get some information. Finish that quest, and it's supposed to point us to something, I think. Let's see what it says. Search the specified habitat nodes to uncover what was left for you. So I'm taking that to mean that they're going to take you somewhere or give you something. There's the shark. Well, we could go ahead for the shark. He's a long way away, but the sniper rifle is made for this very thing. And that will give us more shots at him too. I have two bolt rifles right now. How did I end up with two bolt rifles? I don't know. Put one away. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to see him anymore. Well, this will answer the question whether you've seen sharks at night. I don't remember ever seeing one at night. Off that way somewhere. Task off there again. Yep. Oh wait, I do see him. don't know if I hit him or not. Oh, that one hit. I heard that one hit. Yeah, he's coming back. He's pissed. That one might have gone over him. Interesting that you can hear the impact. Okay. Still have 100 of those bullets. I keep finding them. You know, I should try these ones. The ones that are for water. Long range underwater. Because that's the one I should be trying for the sharks. Killing weevils. For more biodiesel. There are a lot of them down there. I don't know how they know you've fallen into the water, but they are there the minute you do. Get my shark bits. They're bouncing in the water. Try it, bastards. I gotta get all my shark bits. Can't tell what are shark bits and what are pieces parts from the dead weevils. We got plenty of time. The red octopi are sending more. Wow, the boat is really going underwater. I'm really worried I'm going to lose some of my shark bits, so. Can't really tell if I got them all. Daylight coming up. I'm not really afraid of the weevils anymore because I got the Eclipse headlight. Basically daylight in the headlamp makes the weevils pop. As long as you have plenty of health and you can spin in circles, you can overcome the weevils. Oh, come on, jeez. Petrol for days out of this deal. We actually do have quite a lot of petrol now, so I can run the petrol rifle, the flamethrower. We got rid of the shark, so we can swim out here and get these pieces parts that have floated down. I think they floated here from the last lister. I could be crazy, but that's a lot of debris floating around for something that there isn't any reason for. And I threw a ton of stuff in the water. And I never was able to recover it because it was all disappeared by the time I got in the water. I see something over here. Splashing around. Maybe it's just dead weevils. Oh, shark. Son of a bitch. Another shark. Get to the boat, quick. I hope I can beat him. They swim fast. If he saw me in the water, he'll be right behind me. Oh, shit. Get up, quick. Oh. I don't think he saw me. Whew. Holy mackerel. Well, we might as well grab it. I saw something bobbing around in the water over there. I couldn't tell if it was a shark part or a... Huh. Alright, let's get this stuff down to the grinder. Mackerel. That's stuff. have a lot of gold. Oh, there's the high-end stuff. Some aluminum, that's great. I saw carbon fiber go by. I did not see titanium go by. Well, we got 15 of them, so we must have gotten some. Yeah, we're going to fill those up quick. Got some more aluminum. Something bad going on. We got the bad noise. Got a little bit of room in there. A little bit of room in there. Excuse me. So we got everything picked up and cleaned up. Excuse me. My golly. And those petrels are just driving me crazy going back and forth like that. Very busy. They're not broken. They're just oddly cycling through the same 1,213 liters. Now these ones have more, but they're not being included in the loop. I wonder if it's because of this weird placement of this. I think I'll take those out of the loop again. They've been out of it before, it won't hurt them. I don't like the fact that that wire's going through the boat instead of over the boat. There we go, that's better. You never know what it's going to be that's causing the trouble. These ones are full enough. Let's take that off of there. I don't want that strewn across the way. Yeah. Now we've got 3 isolated petrol tanks that are almost full. Well, not almost full, but they have a goodly amount of petrol. Alright, so now we can run our flamethrower without any worries. We're not running short anytime soon. Now we've got 7 petrol tanks, 13 diesel tanks. Actually, we've got more than 13 diesel tanks because I made a couple reserve ones. No, I take that back. I moved one to as a reserve. Yeah, okay. I give up. We're going to go ahead and take out that other shark. Because he's hovering too close, he's making me nervous. Okay. Making me nervous. The sniper rifle works really well for taking out sharks, as it turns out. Let's get up high where we can see well. That must be why we're getting the danger music. We wouldn't be getting danger music from. Huh. Why are we getting danger music? And why is everything turning up yellow on my screen again? That's bizarre. I don't want everything turning up yellow. I just want this place to be yellow. That's where we're going to go next. Not today, though, because we're tired. But why are we getting danger signal? Got danger music going on. What is dangerous? Other than the shark. Definitely hit him. Alright. Bullets. 13 sniper bullets. And you get, out of each titanium, you get... That is definitely from the last listener, because that was where I dumped one of those things into the water. Oh, that is funny. Well, I mean, I probably dumped one of those in the water somewhere else, but I believe it's the debris from last listener. Put that back. So, as I was saying, you get 5 from one titanium. You get 5 bullets. No, 5 sets of bullets. So 25. Oh, I made it. Oh, for once I think I got most of the pieces, parts. Oh no, here they are. Okay, so our run today has been kind of discombobulated by having to run the babies back here. But it hasn't been a bad run. Trying to make sure I get all the shark parts back. Hard to see in this swell. And the debris that was floating by, I had run into the roller boy in the water. And, oh shit. We're running short on power. Shit. Floating around here, not paying any attention. Oh dear. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, we need to get to power. Like right now. Or we're gonna die. Oh my god, that was so close. That was close. We're not paying attention. Okay, that's gonna have to be enough for right this minute. Over here and heal. My vision is still going wobbly. God dang, guys, that was close. That was probably the closest it's been in a while to me dying just from being stupid. Okay, well, that being said, Not stupid, but unobservant, put it that way. Now the reason I'm just super curious about this because we met the roller boy. Oh shit, there's another shark. Jeez, Pete's. My lordy. This place is lousy with them. Maybe they're hearing me killing their compadres and getting pissed off about it. Huh. Well, we're not hopping back in the water here for a little bit. We still have all this stuff on us. Yeah, let's go dump this stuff. Okay. Now let's take a couple of these piles. These make these make omega-3 fatty acids, I think. And they also make biodiesel and biopetrol. I think any of the pieces parts will, but these ones, we have a lot of supplies. So we're going to let them take the brunt of it. Alright. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish this quest. You know what? That's why these tanks had more in them. Because these tanks are disconnected from the other tanks. So that's why, because they're connected to the diesel or the petrol generator. That explains a few things I didn't have clear. Alright, we'll just let that run now. And I think we'll call it here. And we know what we're going to do next time. We're going to go fulfill this quest. And right now we're just going to run up and check on the... Check on the babies and make sure everything's good here. Should be. Everything's all powered up and running. Got some additional power up on the balcony. And the wind generators. We've got water flowing through the three. Yeah, all three of the pods or the cradles that have a baby in them or that are powered up. This one is not, so it's not running. So that makes sense. Water and power flowing. We've got these things are quiescent as they should be. I can drop off some extra stuff here. May as well put some silica up here too. Oh, we've got plenty. Yeah, let that get rid of it all. There we go. All of our extra stuff is here. Ready to make anything we need. And over here, this is making food. The water tanks are maintained. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Looks like it went through the whole... Well, we'll leave that off for now. Because we've made a lot of food. Okay. I think we have enough food to launch those three. But what we have to do is we have to figure out, do we want to take one more seed and make another set of 4. Right now, everybody's good. We have to figure out the food, and we have to figure out the memories for each of the 4. Well, 3. We're only making 3 unless I bring back another seed. Excuse me. So far, everything seems okay here. You know what I didn't see was whether power was still coming down from the top, but isn't that cool looking? I'll check that next time we're back. We got plenty of power here, one way or the other. Do one last fix on these guys. And then we'll call it here. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these. It's kind of a hodgepodge of a day. I wasn't expecting to come back here. But there you have it. You just never know. Best laid plans. I'll do one final save here. And then we'll call it a day. Hope you're having a great holiday season. This is filmed during the Christmas time frame. If you're watching it later on, I hope you did have a great holiday season. And there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, they're very welcome. A subscription and a thumbs up wouldn't go amiss. I would really appreciate it. And look forward to my next... I've been to both of these habitats we're going to next already. So I'm not sure what's going to be new, but we'll find out when we get there. Thank you.